definitely shouldn't be in dorms because I lived in a dorm when I was in college, and I promise you I was not keeping my droplets to myself.
My kids just finished 2 different virtual camps this week.
Oh, what were they? Was there something cool like music camp?
Of course they were.
Of course they were.
One was a choir camp, and then the other one was a activism in music camp.
Oh, nice! I love the activism in music camp.
It was called Girls Rock Cincinnati Activism, and they had an activism with art and activism in music. I can't tell you how proud.
Did they get to listen to Alice's Restaurant and Ohio and great songs like that?
They did listen to a lot of mostly, and it was only for young. It wasn't just women, but gender fluid and non-binary.
So non-cis dudes.
People. Thank you. And it was really positive, and they had a playlist, but they also performed and wrote a song online, cool. And it was still a really positive. I can only say really good things about the camp. I'm hoping it'll be live next year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Rebecca, you mentioned putting kids on campus, but I want to add something that's actually a cool twist of events. At my youngest son's college, which is Emerson College, they're bringing kids back on campus. They're going to have hybrid courses and live courses. But they decided that they had to take one of the dorms and set it aside as a quarantine area for when people get sick. So to make up the space, they needed to contract with a hotel in Boston where they could put up some of their on-campus residents this fall. So they put out the word to the students. They said, listen, this dorm is available, this dorm is available, this dorm is available. But we're also going to be talking with a hotel. We can't mention any names, but if you sign up, you'll be staying at one of the hotels in Boston for the quarter, for the semester. Well, some kids did that. Not my son. He's going to be in a dorm. But some kids said, yeah, we're going to take a roll of the dice and stay in a hotel. You know what hotel they got? They got the W Hotel.
Sweet. That's better than Great Wolf Lodge.
Which is one of the coolest hotels if you've never been to the W in Los Angeles, and I assume there's one in most major cities. Yeah. This is like the hippest, coolest hotel, and these kids are getting their own room in the W.
I said Great Wolf Lodge because a friend of mine whose husband is in the Navy, one of the training sites, when they were bringing in new recruits, they had to put them somewhere to quarantine them for a couple of weeks before they could begin training. And they because they couldn't put them in the normal quarters for enlisted men in that situation, they had to contract with hotels, and Great Wolf Lodge gave them a great rate because they couldn't open. So they might as well just have a whole bunch of Navy recruits. The water park wasn't open, but like these new guys coming into the Navy, sleeping in rooms with like, you know, if you've been to Great Wolf Lodge, they have like these little fake log cabin bunk beds and like tents in the rooms for kids. So awesome. Like, that's great. That's where our military is sleeping before they train at Lake Michigan.
Greg, would you like to be put up in a dormitory for 4 months and not a dormitory, excuse me. Would you like to be put up in a cool hotel room for 4 months and just get to live there?
No, I don't enjoy staying in hotels. Once a year, I go back to my college, my alma mater, Miami University, and I spend a weekend in a dorm. I go back and I do a alumni thing, and I get to play sax, and I love it. And I like that dorm experience for one weekend because it reminds me how much I dislike staying in a dorm room and showering in a group shower situation or what have you. But no, I
loved living on campus. I spent all 4 years living in dorms. I loved it.
Yeah, I did too. I loved living on campus.
Moved off campus, had parties, drank beer.
I was able to do that on campus, Greg. Come on. Yeah. You just have to be a little inventive about it.
Same here, Greg.
We all had parties and drank beer in college. I think we all minored in it, actually.
I was an RA for a little while. Until I quit or they fired me.
That was your problem, Greg. It wasn't that you were on campus. It's that you took a job you shouldn't have.
I could top that. I was on the judicial board.
Really?
I was one of those fascists that would hear when a student got antsy and released the fire extinguisher. I was one of those people that would bring them in front of the judicial board, and we'd lecture them on how dangerous that is. Or if there was a fire alarm and they wouldn't leave the dorm because it was a fire alarm, and the RA had to spend extra time getting them out of the dormitory, we would tell them what a dangerous thing it is, how they put somebody else's life at risk, and then we'd put a letter on their files, and they hated us. Yeah.
I had a friend on the judicial board, and he fixed all my parking tickets for me. So,
we didn't have that kind of power.
I'll go one more. I'll go one further. Back in college, I was blonde hair and blue eyes. I was on diversity affairs
you
panel.
were not.
Wait, it goes further than that. Not only was I on diversity affairs panel, because Miami University, I think we were less than 8% minority at the time. It's changed, but I was also on LGB Alliance at that time too, because every dorm at the time had to have a representative for both groups, and no one from my dorm would be on either group. And although I'm still straight, I've always been straight, but I was like, will no one do this? And I was like, yeah, I'll do this. And they were very cool with me being straight. I think that was very nice. I still get letters from both groups as an alumni. But I was like, fine, I'll do it. And I had no problems with it.
So good times.
Yeah, but I was by far, and everyone was like, cool, whatever you can do to help. And I was like, that's what I do.
That's what you do, and you didn't do it on TikTok because we're all a little bit too old for that. So thank you all for listening. Hopefully podcasts won't be banned before we get this out into the universe. But thank you for listening. If you enjoy what we do here, please follow us on Twitter at MPU Podcast and on Instagram at MPU Fan Club. Don't forget to share our link on your Facebook timeline so your friends can discover us as well. If you would like to join in our political debate between shows, join us in our Facebook group, Open Fire Politics. We're all there. So are the Russian bots. We would love to see you there, too. So, Greg, what will you be doing this week while Joe Biden doesn't announce his vice presidential pick?
He's going to announce. He's going to announce.
He's pushed it to the second week in August. He's not going to do it this week.
I am getting my Kamala Harris tattoo. I'm getting it tomorrow because I know this is for real. I mean, Uncle Joe would not let me down like this. So, Uncle Joe, I've already got the Camaro tattoo already started.
Oh, right.
So.
Yes, with the aviators and
yeah. That goes without saying.
Maybe you should get actually a tattoo of Maya Rudolph playing Kamala Harris.
Wait. That's not really her?
And we're done.
And scene!
Hey, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Spring is almost here, and now's the perfect time to get a healthy, pest-free lawn with your local experts at True Green, America's #1 lawn care company. True Green's science-based approach will help give your lawn the year-round care it needs to be thick and weed-free. Go to truegreen.com/radio to save 50% on your first service. Just call 877-461-0425 or go to truegreen.com/radio today and get a lawn to be proud of. Hey, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Spring is almost here, and now's the perfect time to get a healthy, pest-free lawn with your local experts at True Green, America's #1 lawn care company. True Green's science-based approach will help give your lawn the year-round care it needs to be thick and weed-free. Go to truegreen.com/radio to save 50% on your first service. Just call 877-461-0425 or go to truegreen.com/radio today and get a lawn to be proud of.